Okay, so let's be real. Most business don't fail because of the market. They fail because the founder did not have a plan. Or worse, they had one but did not believe in it enough, long enough to see it through. But here's the twist. Failure might actually be the best thing that could happen to your business and to you. Because failure isn't a finish line, it's a mirror. Let's talk about it. So here's what no one tells you. Most businesses don't die because of competition. They die quietly from confusion, inconsistency, chaos, and a few things. First, let's start with no direction. See, you have a logo, you updated your bio on Instagram to CEO, you pushed a product, you had a dream, but you had no offer, no audience clarity, and no plan to deliver consistently. So all these things will probably make your business not stand out the way you want it to, and people will not take you seriously just because you have an idea and you have a business and they know your name, they know your face, doesn't mean that your business will launch properly and be successful. The second thing is the lack of motivation. As a founder of a business, motivation will fade if you don't get the 100 likes on Instagram, or you don't get 1,000 clients by week two, or so many other small things that affect your mental, your business most likely will fail, right? So you want to quit. The next thing is the truth of the matter is having no structure, no system, no calendar, no process. They're trying to scale something with whims and vibes, right? With nothing behind it that is substantial. See, the harsh truth is hustling without a structure is just a burnout in disguise. And you don't want to burn out. Okay. I'll keep it a buck. I say this in my intro all the time. My name is Darren Belzer. I'm a real estate agent in the state of Florida, but I have failed as a realtor. I have failed so bad as a realtor that I lost the ability to tell myself that I can do this. When a client sends me a request for help to look for a home, I literally just burnt out. I burnt out. I got licensed in 2020 at the height of COVID, right in the middle of pandemic, March 10th to be exact. And for the first year, I did everything. I cold called, door knocks, dropped videos on YouTube. I did everything, just everything just to get one sale. And I would literally just burn out. And just thinking about it right now is giving me a headache. I burnt out. I burnt out, and it's not that business wasn't coming. It was coming. People know me as a realtor, so they'll send me deals. They'll talk to me about their plans and their projects, but it got difficult, right? It got difficult. I made just about $10,000 my first 3 years in real estate, and that was it. Fell behind my bills, fell behind my car. I lost a sense of self, and that happened so quickly that even to this day it affects me, right? And besides my broker, nobody saw that. Nobody saw that part of me. I showed up to the office every single day. I tried my best, but my head was not in it. I had already taken failure as my brand and ran with it. Um, I started thinking that maybe I wasn't cut out for it. It wasn't meant for me. Um, I started asking myself, what am I doing wrong? I'm looking at other realtors succeeding, trying to copy what they're doing. And even now, to this day, I still hesitate. Right? It's something that I love to do, but I don't have the drive to do it. And for most people, that would drive them to drink or lose sleep. But it drove me to really think about systems and businesses and how to build something. Um, Here's what I know now that I didn't know myself before. Um, I didn't fail because I was incapable. I failed because I didn't have a clear offer, I didn't have any structure, and I had no patience. This was all I had. This was all I had. If I didn't do real estate, I couldn't survive, I couldn't eat. So that really drove into my clarity. I didn't have a clear mentor. I had mentors, but I didn't have a clear mentor to show me how to run my real estate business as a realtor as a proper business. I had no structure. I was taking all the payments I made right back to myself and leave myself strapped for the next month. That's something that you have to learn not to do early and learn that skill so you can leave space for your business to grow. Because if you don't have no money to invest in marketing, you don't have a business. If you have no money to invest in education, you have no business. So being a realtor was probably the best thing that happened to me, the best failure that happened to me, because now I can take those lessons into my tax business and into my endeavors. Because I know that there's so many things that I have to set up properly before I can launch something so that I can keep myself afloat. And that is what I want to talk about here. Failure has taught the greatest people of all time, people that I look up to now, right? The first person I want to talk about is Will Smith. Will Smith owed the IRS $2.8 million in the early 1990s. He had no acting experience, but he took a chance with the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. He didn't know what he was doing, but he showed up, learned, and grew from it. And that somehow saved him from financial ruins, right? So we, my generation of people, know Will Smith from The Fresh Prince. But before that, he was a successful rapper, music producer. He's done so many things, but failed at keeping his finances afloat. So that's why he owed the IRS 2.8 million. One of the quotes that he says that I stick by is fail early, fail often, and fail forward. I'm not asking you to take failure as a brand for yourself, but to understand that failure is part of the lesson to be a better and bigger business person. No matter how much people will put for you and teach you and stuff, just be ready to fail, and it's okay. Richard Branson in 1994 launched Virgin Cola. Virgin Cola was a take on Coca-Cola. He was trying to take on the market share of Coca-Cola. He spent millions on marketing, he had the shelf space, he had the branding, but it completely flopped. Then came Virgin Brides, another disaster. But he kept creating, right? To this now you know Virgin Airlines or Virgin Space. All these things he kept pushing himself. And the one quote that Richard Branson said that stuck to me is business opportunities are like buses. There's always another one coming. Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey. Who doesn't know Steve Harvey, the iconic mustache, that louder than the bigger, louder himself personality, right? Well, from 1987 to 1990, Steve Harvey was broke, homeless, doing $50 comedy gigs. Most people would have quit, but he didn't. In 1993, he booked Showtime at the Apollo, and that changed everything. But if it stopped at year two, right? If he stopped with the first failure, we would not know his name today. One thing that he said is your setback is a setup for your comeback. So remember that your setback is a setup for your comeback. What do you do with all these failures, right? How do you use it? What's the framework that helps people and all that stuff? So I'm gonna give you a framework. It helped me, it's going to help you. One word, one sentence is get clear. Who do you serve and what problem do you solve? If you can't explain to a fifth grader, then you don't have one yet. I'm an English teacher. I love my 10th and 11th graders. And if I can't explain something to them, means I don't understand it, right? So be clear in your wording, be clear in what you say, what you put out. The second thing is build structure. You don't need 20 tools. You just need a system, a calendar, a CRM, a bank account, and an onboarding process. Treat your job, treat your business like a job until it funds your freedom. Oh, treat your business like a job until it funds your freedom. That means clock in every single day, check in every single day, hold yourself accountable, and do the tasks that you're supposed to be doing for your business. The last thing is to commit to discipline, not motivation. Commit to discipline, not motivation. I'm gonna say this one more time. Commit to discipline, not motivation. Discipline is a system that you can rely on. Wake up, work the plan, adjust when needed, but don't disappear when things get quiet. Wake up, work the plan, adjust when needed, but don't disappear when things get quiet. Look, failure doesn't mean that you're not good enough. It just means that you wasn't ready yet. Your system, your timing, and your belief in yourself is crucial. That chapter in my life as a real estate agent taught me something that most people could not tell me and most people cannot teach. Right? That taste of failure, that taste of lacking structure, that taste of not having motivation has fueled me to do things a lot differently. Even recording this video on YouTube, editing the video, going through the motion of doing it, it takes a lot. And it takes the discipline and the motivation. I told myself I will release a video every week. I will release a video every week. I told myself I will do a clear workout every single day. I will do a clear workout every single day. I will wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and go to that gym. That's my discipline, right? And I'm taking this as a joke somewhat, right? But discipline is what I lacked, right? I look at myself in the mirror and I'll tell you that right now, honestly, because in the next year, when I do this video again next year, I should look different because now I'm taking myself into accountability to go work out, have the discipline to show up, have a structure in place. I have a trainer, right? I have that structure, I have that guidance to do what I couldn't do for the last 30 years, get myself in shape and get motivated. So everything that you do in business or in personal life, have the discipline to show up for yourself, put the structures in place, and have that motivation. If you failed, good. It means you tried. It means you have data. It means that you are in the arena, not the sidelines. So pat yourself on the back. You're doing something great. You're not broken. You're just becoming. And I'm not talking from theory. I'm talking from the other side of failure. So still build. Let's build. Um, if this video spoke to you, comment. I'm still building. So I know that you're in this community together. We're going through this together. And the second thing is, if this video helped you in anything, I want you to send this to somebody that might need it. Somebody that might really need that inspiration to understand that it's okay. We're in this together. Like, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to fail, but I'm not going to let you fail alone. My whole key is now with Bridgepoint, with this, is to encourage small business owners to do the right things so that the business don't fail, to push forward together so we can make it to the next level. That is all that I want to do. That's what working with Darren is about. That's what Bridgepoint is about. It's just about you being the best version of yourself, for your business, and for your family. If you're ready to structure your business, if you're ready to put strategies in place for taxes, hit the link in the bio, drop me a follow, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you next time.